Hello, everybody, and welcome into Rising to the Occasion. I'm your host, Josh Mahler, joined, as always, by Jeremy Russell, and we are talking college football playoff preview predictions, so much more. And right now, right here, we're talking Alabama versus Indiana in the Rose Bowl. That's right, Alabama versus Indiana, and we're talking college football playoffs. This is a lot of fun, one that we have been looking forward to. Jeremy, you and I tease each other about this could basically be an Indiana podcast just because we absolutely love the Hoosiers and love what they've done so far this season.
100%, dude. I know it's going to be kind of hard for us to limit ourselves on what we've been talking about so much for Indiana, but I mean, it's definitely going to be a really, really fun matchup. Obviously, like I said, number 9 Alabama versus number 1 Indiana Hoosiers. I mean, 13-0 in the Big Ten. I mean, it's definitely a lot to take in, a lot to soak in. I mean, it's one thing to see them already play, but now the reality is kicking in, and we just got to see them go. I mean, the crazy thing is looking at Indiana. This is their first Rose Bowl since 1968 here. I mean, that's definitely an absolute milestone just to be able to do what they've done this entire season and just for everything that they've done throughout the season just in general. But I mean, like I said, I know you and I can definitely keep talking on and on and on about this, but let's just go ahead and dive straight into it. We'll start off a little bit with Alabama and just kind of like I look at it as kind of like the role reversal story for what we're used to seeing Alabama as what they usually are. I mean, the blue blood, I look at it as like a blue blood dynasty. I mean, for 6 CFP finals under Nick Saban, 3 titles. I mean, just now in year 2 under Kalen DeBoer, I mean, he's just obviously trying to fill the shoes that are just impossible to fill. No matter how many pairs of socks you put on, those shoes ain't ever going to get filled by the one and only Nick Saban. I mean, it's this isn't like what we're used to seeing Alabama, and honestly, like I even hate saying this. Like it's kind of been like an embarrassing season, like for Alabama. I mean, like having an opening loss to Florida State. I mean, it wasn't a close game. They got blown out 28-7 by Georgia in the SEC title game. But the one thing that you could still say all outright for Alabama here, they are dangerous. I mean, you come back from 17-0 deficit, beating your Oklahoma Sooners in the 34-24 in the first round here. I mean, that was definitely not what I had in mind. And I know it's you and I chatted a little bit about that game, but that's another story for a different day. We can talk about that for a different talk. But I mean, just talking about a little bit for Indiana, I mean, the ultimate underdog story. I mean, the winningest turnaround in the college football. It's an unbelievable sight to see, and historically, like it's the longest program in college football history. I mean, with Kurt Signetti, I mean, being the second year, it's one thing to see the coaches get in the positive rates above the 500, see like having like a 8-4, 9-3 season and stuff like that. But this Kurt Signetti, I mean, he led them to 13-0, undefeated, only perfect FBS team. I mean, it's the first outright Big Ten title since 1945 and beating Ohio State 13-10, the Big Ten championship. I mean, excuse me, it's obviously being first in the AP ranking in the program history. I mean, Josh, there's just a lot to look at just for the slate. But I mean, I'm trying to limit myself because I know we can keep talking on and on about Indiana here. But let's jump off the topic here. I'll kick it off with you honestly first. We'll start with Alabama, just what their season's been looking like here.
Well, and first with this matchup too, this is the first time these two teams have ever met against each other. I think that's pretty cool. And you mentioned it, the losingest program in football history, Indiana is. That they have lost over 700 games. I mean, they are the one team, the one team, and I have this up to more teams. Let's see, with significant losing streaks, like Kent State, Northwestern, and there's even a few other teams as well, but that they throw in there that aren't even FBS. But in FBS, the team with the most losses ever. I mean, that's just crazy. And now they're sitting here in the college football playoff with a chance to move on to the college football playoff semifinals with a win over Alabama. Very incredible story for them, and it's going to be fun. But it just sucks that they're going to have to go against such a dangerous. You said that word earlier too. Very dangerous Alabama team who's scoring over 31 points a game, 380 yards per game. and a defense that's only allowing about 18 points per game. So, I mean, they are just absolutely dominating. Ty Simpson, one of the best quarterbacks really in the nation overall. He's had his ups and downs, of course, having a couple of down games there towards the end of the season. Of course, that big one being against Georgia in the SEC championship game. But the bounce back that he had against Oklahoma was absolutely amazing. Yes, I hated seeing it, but he well deserved for Ty Simpson. The way that he stayed calm and poised, collective, finding ways when he was being absolutely just bull rushed by Oklahoma, found a way to come back, being down 17-0, and thinking of how demoralizing that was. And he led his team back. And then Oklahoma felt like they might be able to grasp a little bit of momentum towards the end. And what does Ty Simpson do? No, he pulls his guys back together, grounds them once more, and finishes that game off with a 10-point victory over the Sooners in Norman. Major weakness for Alabama, though, has really been their rushing offense, who has just been absolutely atrocious, ranking 118th nationally at only 109 yards per game. They only have just over 1,500 rushing yards all season as an entire offense. It's totally one-dimensional. That's the thing that really is killing this Alabama offense. But are they going to be able to turn this thing around and find a way to get some sort of run game going? I don't have any faith in that. But are they able to beat Indiana even while being one-dimensional? It's pretty cool, too, to look at Alabama's head coach, Kalen DeBoer, and think about the ties to Indiana that he has. So back in 2019, he was actually Indiana's offensive coordinator. So fun little ties. And then, of course, for Curt Cignetti, Curt Cignetti was also Alabama's offensive coordinator at one point, or maybe not offensive. He might have been defensive coordinator, but he also coached under Nick Saban at one point. So really cool to see the ties. I don't know if Curt Cignetti was at Alabama or if he was just under Nick Saban somewhere else now, but I know that the ties here are pretty deep. So very fun. But then, of course, Indiana. Go ahead and bring us home with Indiana's historic season too.
All right, dude, and it's you said it the best historic season. It's an unbelievable sight to see. I mean, for having 41.9 points per game, which is fourth in the nation, then having 472.8 yards per game, allowing literally elite numbers. I mean, like it's definitely a big time balanced attack here. It's one thing to see this, it's one thing to see that, but no, their balance has definitely been a big key factor. I mean, for the passing yards, having 3,271 yards with 38 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with 251.6 yards per game. I mean, that's saying one thing, but like the rushing is top 10 nationally at 221.2 yards per game. That's a massive, big time, massive advantage over Alabama. I mean, their running back room, I mean, it's definitely a workhorse. I mean, Roman Hembley with 866 yards and 6 tutties, and Caitlin Black, I mean, having 729 yards for 7 touchdowns. I mean, it's those are absolute dogs and just workhorses. But of course, it's one thing to have a phenomenal running game, but you cannot forget to mention the one particular guy with the 2025 Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza. I mean, first time winning the Heisman ever in Indiana history with 2,980 yards, 33 touchdowns, which is nation leading, by the way. I mean, 6 interceptions with a 71.5 completion percentage, with 240 rushing yards, 6 total rushing touchdowns. Literally a perfect image for what I could say is a dual threat. I mean, he's won all the awards. Won the Maxwell, Walter Camp, Davey O'Brien, AP Player of the Year. I mean, the rap sheet just goes on and on and on. I mean, you look at this dude, literally coming from a redshirt junior transfer from Cal. I mean, he's the 7th player to win the Heisman in the last 9 years, Josh. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think he's just got that clutch gene in him. I mean, leading to the go-ahead game-winning drives in 4 out of the 5 true road games throughout the season. I mean, and just it's definitely a crazy thing. And he's also a really, really smart dude, going for a business degree from Berkeley. I mean, pursuing a master's at Indiana. I mean, That's one thing. It's one thing to focus on ball, but having a business degree and having going for your masters, that's another big thing.
It's hard not
Obviously,
hard not to just love the kid too. He's
oh,
just such a
100%.
such a likable guy, and then like you said too, just really well academically too.
100%, dude. I mean, the one thing that obviously everyone has to preach, and you can't forget this: you always, if you want to get good at the ball, you gotta put your workout in the classroom. You just can't do it on one side or the other. You gotta do it on both ways here. But I mean, the one thing of the offense is one thing, but their defensive strength is another big thing that's crazy to me. Like having elite pass rush, being 12th nationally in the damage via sacks. I mean, five alone versus Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. That's one thing, but having 6 sacks at Oregon and 7 versus Illinois. I lost my train of thought for a second, but I mean, just a turnover margin. Also, just throwing that out there, just set a plus 1.4 per game, which is the nation's best, tied with Texas Tech here. I mean, that's just absolutely insane, Josh. But I mean, this is going to be a dogfight to say the least. Like the historical weight of both teams here, there's a lot to look at, Josh. I mean, take it away. Like, what do you got to look at for this?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Like we said, the first time ever that they're playing against each other, but then also, Alabama has played the AP number one. See, 141 times that they've been ranked AP number one. And
Hmm.
so, that's kind of their expectation. Where Indiana, it's the first time ever being ranked AP number one. So they're playing with
Yeah.
house money. But let's jump down. Let's just jump right into the keys to victory, Jeremy. And I'll start us off with Alabama. Uh, I'll say one key to victory for sure. It's the same as what I thought with Oklahoma, and we were proven wrong about Oklahoma. But I think the point still stands true, and it should have stood true for Oklahoma. I just feel like that was a much different circumstance. They fought back, but you can't start slow. You can't start off in a 17-0 hole. You were lucky to get out, and not lucky. I don't want to say that it was all luck, but you were lucky to get out of that 17-0 hole and come back to win against Oklahoma. It's not going to work nonstop, and it's not going to work against this Indiana team. And then going to Ty Simpson, he has to be turnover free. And the games that they lose, and the games that they're even close to losing, it's Ty Simpson not being careful with the ball, or it's Ty Simpson, getting rushed in the backfield too much. And so you've got to keep him clean. And he's got to be surgical back there. He can't turn the ball over. And really, just for the Alabama offense as a whole, but being one dimensional, really focusing in on Ty Simpson and not allowing him to turn the ball over.
100%, dude. I like that. But also to chime in and add on to that, like one big thing that I look at, you got to exploit Mendoza's one weakness. I mean, having one interception in 5 out of 6 true road games. I mean, you got to create pressure here. You got to get to him. You got to get in his face. You got to make him known that hey, I'm here to mean business here. I'm not going to let you walk over us. We're going to be in your face every single snap, and we're going to show you what true football here is about. But I mean, outside of that, Josh, like even if that does occur, like you got to do your special teams. Like your special teams has to be perfect here. You cannot make any mistakes, and you gotta find the semblance of rushing and just being able to keep Indiana's pass rush honestly just at a stalemate. Just because if they run away with this, it's definitely going to be a hard time to get everything. But I mean, now looking at Indiana, Josh, I mean, I'll take it away from my first two for them. Like you got to impose your will here, and that's the way that I've been kind of looking at it. Like you got to run the ball with Hemley and Black. I mean, they can't stop it here. I mean,
No, they're
like
not.
they
They're not.
will
Alabama's not a very good rush defense either. We
no.
talked about their offense, but their defense isn't very good at stopping the rush.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've said this before. It's not going to happen overnight here. I mean, this is definitely something that we've seen throughout this entire season that has been a big, significant weakness to their defense. And them trying to stop the run is going to be like trying to push a dump truck uphill, in my honest opinion. Like, it's definitely going to be a really, really tough battle here, but they got to find a way to. They got to find a way to do it, but good luck, in my honest opinion. Between that, I mean, just getting after Simpson is just going to be a big thing. Like, I mean, with them 5, 7 sacks, I mean, he may be shaky under pressure, but I mean, their only time will definitely get to him just because you get into his face that many times, he's going to be scared and he's going to have to make quick time decisions whether he's going to throw it away, check down passes, or try and make a deep fade down the corner and just hope that he's got enough arch on it just to get to the receiver. But Josh, I mean, Only time will tell here, and this is definitely going to be a really, really fun matchup. What would you say about this?
Yeah, I think first Mendoza, just letting him loose, letting him play the way that he plays. He likes to play all out, pedal to the metal, just go all out. This is again, you play like this is your last game, basically. There's some truth to that. There's some that you got to take that a little careful. But
Yeah,
still, you just have to recognize that no lead is safe, especially in these types of games where it's going to be very close, very competitive against a
yeah,
team. Let's just be honest. Historically, Alabama's better than you. Okay, that's the mentality that you're going into this. That's how Indiana has played every big game this season. They went in. Oregon's better than you. Let's go prove them wrong. Ohio State's better than you. Let's go prove them wrong. So you've got to keep on scoring, find a way to score, and then win the turnover margin. I think you have got to win the turnover battle in this game. If you are Indiana, I think one of the biggest deciding factors in winning against Ohio State was early in the game. They had a big interception to put some points up on the board when the offense stalled out. Defense has to find ways to come away with a turnover. And you mentioned the sacks, getting after Simpson. That's really big. And once you get him shaken up like that, if you can get back there and disrupt him, you can force him to turn the ball over a little bit too. So that'll be really big for Indiana. But let's get into it. Let's break it down. Let's give our prediction. Jeremy, who do you got winning this fun matchup between Alabama and Indiana?
I'm really looking forward to this one, Josh. I mean, we've been looking forward to this one since the playoffs came apart, and then once the tables turned, and when they finally get to it. But I've stuck with them since the CFP started, and my chain of thought ain't gonna give them. They're gonna keep riding. They're gonna keep rolling here. I'm gonna give them the Hoosiers. Sorry if I woke anybody up here, but I mean, hey, it's definitely gonna be a really fun one. But I think this is definitely gonna be a fun time game. With having an what was the over under for this game, Josh? Refresh my memory here. It was
Um,
sitting at 48,
48.5.
ish.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like I said, I'm still sticking with the Indiana Hoosiers here. I'm kind of thinking like a 30-20 game here, even like a 31-20 kind of game. It's definitely going to be a really, really fun one here, if I had to say so.
It's been since 1968 since Indiana has been to the Rose Bowl. And coming into this, when we were talking about previewing this game, I was leaning towards Alabama for obvious reasons. They're on fire. They're on a roll. They're doing what they need to do right now. The big comeback and all the momentum that you get from beating Oklahoma. But I just keep on thinking of the resilience of this Indiana team, and we've talked about it time and time again.
Hmm.
I'm right there with you. You kind of pumped me up a little bit, just enough to get me to pick against the side that I mean, I feel like Alabama should win this game. And I think most people will say Alabama's going to win this game because they're looking at the logos. I'm
Hmm.
here to tell you this is a game where Indiana has a chance to finally truly change your perspective about that logo. Winning against against Oregon and Eugene was not a fluke. Winning against Ohio State and Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship was not a fluke. I'm right there with you, man. Give me Indiana. I'm thinking lower
Let's
scoring game,
go.
23-17, Indiana.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think Signetti, he's preparing his team for this moment. The way that he prepares too, he's not going to have his guys, worn out from all this practice. He's not going to have them in a lull. I really feel good about Signetti and what he's able to do. Yeah, let's go Hoosiers. But
Let's roll.
it's going to be a really fun one. This is one that I'm probably looking forward to the most of these four playoff games on New Year's Eve/day. Going to be a great way to spend your New Year's Day by just watching college football. The college football playoffs, baby. Let's go. Indiana with a chance to make history right here. And it's going to be a good one. But we appreciate everybody so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, show us some love by following us on social media. And then, of course, you can check out everything we do at rising2.com. I'm Josh. This is Jeremy. This is Rising to the Occasion, and we will catch you on the next one.